Multiple that the reproduction is classified into the two main types. That is nothing but the asexual reproduction, and another one is nothing but a sexual reproduction. As I told you before, the reproduction is one of the processes by which the living organism produces offspring similar to them. That is nothing but the reproduction. Here, mind it well that the reproduction is called as the reproduction is nothing but one of the processes by which the living organism produces offspring similar to them. The reproduction is mainly classified into the two types, that is asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. This asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction, for that purpose we can take one of the example. In case of the human being, for example, in case of the human being, what happen? There is the parents, that is P1 and P2. Suppose there is the male individual, then that is the female individual. Male individual having a chromosome number 2n equal to 46, female individual having a 2n equal to the 46. Then during the process of formation of gametes, the meiosis division takes place. When there is a meiosis division takes place, there is a formation of the gametes, and mind it well that the male produces the male gamete, that is called as the sperm, and female produces the female gamete, that is called as the egg, or also called as the ovum. Due to the meiosis division, what happens here, the chromosome number become half, and so mind it well that the male and female gamete both are haploid in nature. Later on, what happens? One thing remember that when there is a meiosis is occur, means during the formation of the male gamete and female gamete, the meiosis process is occur, and mind it well that during the process of meiosis, what happens? There is a genetic recombination is occur during the prophase first of the meiosis phase. Meiosis first. During prophase first, there are different stages. That is the leptotin, zygotin, pachytin, diplotin, and dikinesis. We know that during zygotin, the pairing of homologous chromosome takes place, and during pachytin, there is a crossing over takes place between the non-sister chromatids. Mind it well that during pachytin, there is a crossing over takes place between the non-sister chromatids, and due to the crossing over, what happens? Mind it well that during formation of this male and female gamete, the genetic recombination is occur. Means mixing of genes takes place. That is nothing but a genetic recombination. Means during formation of gamete, there is a recombination. Genetic recombination means mixing of the genes takes place in case of both during the formation of male as well as female gamete. Later on, during the fertilization process, what happens? The male gamete fuses with the female gamete. The fusion of male gamete with the female gamete resulting in the formation of diploid zygote, that process is called as the fertilization. We know that the fertilization is also called as the syngamy, that is fusion of gametes, that is called as the syngamy or fertilization. After fertilization, what happens? There is again formation of the diploid number of the chromosome retains due to the fertilization, and that particular structure is called as the zygote. In case of human being, what happens? The zygote first of all are developed within the fallopian tube, later enter inside the uterus. After the formation of that is blastula. Later on, blastula takes place, blastula formation, and after formation of blastula, within the uterus of the female, there is a development of the young ones. And after the gestation period, the birth of the young ones takes place, whether it is male or female. Okay, this whole process is nothing but the sexual reproduction. And this process required a longer duration, because in case of the human female, the gestation period is nothing but 270 to 280 days. and so this sexual reproduction is nothing but the lengthy process. Now let us we discuss about what is the main difference between the asexual and sexual reproduction. Mind it that in case of the asexual reproduction, a single parent is present, that is called as the uniparental. Only one parent is present, so called as the uniparental type of the reproduction. In case of the sexual reproduction, there is a presence of male and female parent, and so it is called as the biparental type of the reproduction. Then again mind it that here in case of the sexual reproduction, there is a formation of gametes. Then there is a fusion of gametes. Fusion of gametes, that is nothing but the fertilization. And zygote formation. Then during the formation of the gametes and fusion of gametes, the mixing of genes takes place. That is called as the genetic recombination is occurred. This genetic recombination leads to the variation among the offspring. And mind it well that the variations leads to the evolution. Variations are help in the evolutionary process. Here the asexual reproduction is uniparental. Then there is no formation and fusion of gametes, no formation of gametes. Then no fusion of gametes. Then no genetic recombination. No variations among the offsprings. And no any role in evolution. Then again, in case of the asexual reproduction, the individuals which are produced, they are also called as the clones, because they are identical to the parents. Again, this process required less time as compared to the sexual reproduction. So, might it well that here what happened? The difference between the asexual and sexual reproduction is that in case of the sexual reproduction, as I told you before, there is a presence of the two parents, so called as the biparental. Then this in case of the human being, the male and female are separate. The male produces the sperm while the female produces the egg by the meiosis division. Here one thing remember that during the formation of the male or female gamete, the genetic recombination is occurred during the prophase phase of the prophase first of the meiosis first, and during the packaging there is a genetic recombination between the non-sister chromatic, that is mixing of the genes takes place, which leads to the variations among the offspring. Then after formation of gamete, there is a fusion of gamete takes place. That fusion of gametes is called as the fertilization, or that fertilization is also called as the syngamy. Then after fertilization, there is a formation of the zygote. Once there is a formation of zygote, the development of the zygote, further development of the zygote is takes place by the mitosis division. So again, one thing remember regarding the difference between the asexual and sexual reproduction is that in case of the asexual reproduction, only mitosis is occur. While in case of the sexual reproduction, both of these meiosis and mitosis takes place in case of this sexual reproduction. Then we know that after formation of the zygote develops within the that is fallopian tube and later on uterus, and development of the egg must up to the completion of the gestation period, that is 270 to 280 days in case of the human female, and later on the development of the egg must takes place. This is the main difference between the asexual and sexual reproduction. Again, mind it well that this asexual reproduction, as there is no fusion of gametes, so called as the apomixis. Without mixing of gametes, there is a production of the lemurs and so called as the apomixis. Here see, in case of the sexual reproduction, the mixing of the gametes takes place and so called as the amphimixis. This is general introduction about the reproduction process. One thing here, remember that reproduction is nothing but the non-defining characteristic of the living organism. Reproduction is nothing but the non-defining characteristic of the living organism. Because reproduction has exceptions. Because in case of the worker honeybee, these are the living organism. But mind it well that though they are living organism, they does not able to produce the offspring, and so this reproduction is called as the non-defining characteristic of the living organism. Again, one thing remember that regarding the reproduction is that reproduction is essential for the survival of the reproduction is essential for the establishment of the species on the earth surface, but it is not required for the survival of the living organism. Though there is a reproduction is occur or not, the living organism becomes survived. Again, in case of reproduction, one thing remember that through the reproduction there is a production of the offspring, and on the earth surface every living organism undergoes the different stages of the lifespan, that is birth, maturity and death of the living organism. But mind it well that in case of some unicellular organisms are the exceptions, because they are called as the immortal. Means they does not undergo the death. That is nothing but the unicellular organism. For example, amoeba, paramecium, bacteria, they are continuously divided. That is, one parent cell produces two daughter cells, later on two daughter cells produces four daughter cells, and in this way there is a continuity of the living organism takes place. No, the parent is death, or death of the parent is not occur in case of the unicellular organism, and so mind it well that the unicellular organism are called as the immortal because they does not undergoes the death. Parent produces the offspring continuously without death, and so called as the immortal characteristic is nothing but the characteristic of the unicellular organism. Okay, thank you.